Okay, so I'm going to show you how I rig rudder tubing, and what you'll need is shown here. Something to flame, some magnets, something metal. I'm using a nail, but certainly a cut-off hook could work, and some monofilament. I also have a needle here that I'll show you later on how that'll be used. So I've already drilled the holes. What I'm going to do is feed the nail into the hole. It's tied off with a clinch knot to the monofilament. Hopefully you can hear that click. That's the magnet grabbing it. And then I slide the magnet slowly along the gunnel or wherever I want the route to essentially follow. You can see I can monitor the monofilament, make sure it doesn't snag on anything. And I listen as the nail drags across the inside surface. Okay, so here we're at the other end. This kayak, which is a Jackson Liska, has a nice molded in fairing for the rudder tube line to come out. So basically I'm going to slide that magnet right up alongside of it. And voila, there's the nail. And the monofilament. Okay, so I've flared one end of the tubing. That is going to sit up against that side. The other end of the tubing, I'm going to create a beveled edge. So I'm going to heat it up and then pull and twist. Like so. And then what I'll do is make a hole through there to tie off the monofilament. So I'll heat up this. Here's a needle. It's just a sewing needle, but anything sharp will do. I'm going to make a hole. Let it cool. Try and get any extraneous stuff. So that beveled edge will now feed through the hole much easier. Okay, so I'm going to now tie a loop knot. So loop knot is you tie a half hitch line and feed that through. That'll be better demonstrations if you go online on how to tie a loop knot. I just like it because it then will pull from the center. There's your loop knot. Okay. Okay. Now I've grabbed the other end of the monofilament from that hole, and I'm going to just get this started. And as I feed it through, I'm pulling on the monofilament from the other side. So it's keeping tension on it. Yeah, I'm pulling on that monofilament. I have enough slack in the monofilament that I can push and pull simultaneously. This keeps it taut and is less likely to get tangled on any other tubing or any wiring you might have on there. Okay. I just keep feeding it, pulling on the monofilament. Okay, now I'm at have slack. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so now I'm back at the other end, and you can see I've pulled it. You can see my loop nut, and you can see the very tag end of the tubing poking through. You can try pulling it, but what I like to do at this point is try and grab it with some needle nose pliers, or tweezers might work. And then you pull it through until it's close on the back end. So this is how you can rig rudder tubing or rudder lift lines in a kayak where you don't have either a day hatch like in the back. So this Liska has a spot for a day hatch. I chose not to put one in. So I've done that for my rudder lift lines, or in this case my motor lift lines. I've also done it for the rudder turn lines. There is a hatch way up in front, but you know, some kayaks don't have good access to the hull, particularly where you want to go. And this is a very straightforward way where the only holes you need to make are the actual holes for the rudder tubing. It's pretty simple. You know, you just need something metal like a nail or a fish hook, some monofilament, some magnets, you know, and then a needle, some scissors, something to flame with, and some needle nose pliers are handy to have. And then basically what I'm going to do is pull this taut with some vice grips, put some silicone back there, flame it off, and let it sort of pull back into the hull. And then my rudder lines are ready to go. So it's pretty straightforward, and it's a very easy way for running rudder tubing.